Okay guys, so today we'll be covering quite a few things. We'll cover a bit of CAH first before we move on to the asset creation module. So in the MS team, I have already sent out two things for you guys. If you can, please go ahead. It's for everybody. This is crucial, I would say. It's for your educational career guidance. So if you can remember before the circuit breaker, Miss Katie from ECG came down to talk to you guys, to give you all like some PowerPoints, explanation, etc. Where can you go after your graduation? And you don't have to wait until graduation to figure out what you want to do, you know. And some of you guys actually come and ask us, what should you all be doing after this as well? And you're a bit lost, like there's so many paths, and there are so many things going on that's a bit confusing. So again, we are sending you guys out to ECG, okay, and talk to Miss Katie and let her explain to you guys in a more clear and slow manner so that you know what you can do next. So again, in your MS team, you see the link here, this Google form, just click on it, okay, and you'll be directed to this website. You just have to fill in as per normal. So I'm just going to go through with you guys how things will work. Okay, so your IC number, I'm just going to put like a fake one, 123, okay. You put your own IC number, of course. Class, this is my class, K class. And where do you want to go after graduation? What is your plan? So let's say I want to go poly, all right. But my GPA maybe might not be higher for 3.5 or whatever, but never mind. You just put it as 3.5. We put it as poly first, but you have to be a bit realistic as well, because we talked about this before already. What course do you want to go, or what do you want to take after graduation? You can write as many as you want. For now, I just say maybe VFX, for example. I need some advice for my future study. Talk to your CA, which is basically, we have talked about this last time during CAH, and I pass you your statement of result. I group you guys together, and then we are talking about it as a group. Where most probably can you be going? Poly, high NITEC, private school, army, whatsoever, that kind of stuff. So if you still need me to go through with you on a one-to-one basis, no problem. Just click on it, and then later on you'll be directed to me again. Or you can actually book an appointment with your ECG counselor, which is Miss Katie. This link here is exactly the same as the link that was sent to you guys here. Okay, it's kind of the same thing actually. So just that this is maybe a bit of the outdated image, but it's still the same. All right. Here there's a mobile app if you need to use it. Otherwise, it's fine. This mobile app will end up linking you back to Miss Katie also. So I rather you just pick either talk to me or talk to Miss Katie. All right. So let's say I talk to my CA. That'll go next, and you'll be linked to another one and ask you what's your GPA now. So let's say my GPA I know is 2.3, for example, right? 2.3. Based on your current grade, click on the choices below to see your possible outcome. Okay, so this two is kind of the same thing, so I don't know why it's repeated. Let's say I just pick 2.0 and above and go next. So this is kind of like the result, all right, that you have selected. Where can you go with the current GPA? It's like a refresher for yourself in case you don't recall what I speak to you during our own CAH, So you can use this website, this Respond group. So you can use this to kind of refresh yourself, basically. So it doesn't mean that you apply, you fill it once and then that's it. Later on, towards the end of the year, you want to kind of remember where you want to go or where can you go, come back to this website and click on this website again. And let's say now they tell you that you can apply for EAE, etc., etc. The links are here given to you guys. All right. Now EAE is not open yet for us, but the link is still here. All right. So you can still click on this link. It will link you to another web page. Okay. And again, it's not open yet, but once it's open, then you will come back to the same page here again with the latest detail. Simple as that. But you can go ahead and read. The details are more or less exactly the same, as for this year. So go ahead and do this form up. Right? It's best that you do it. Okay, go next, and then blah blah blah. Ask you some questions. Blah blah blah. This is the best. Okay, what I should now test, okay, or you put I don't know, etc. You know, submit. That's it. Simple as that. So I will hope you guys, if you have the time, go ahead, apply for this. Go fill up this form and ask yourself what you want to do after your graduation. All right. By now, I believe most of you guys already know what you all want to do already. You know, it's just maybe a handful of you guys still struggling about, you know, after ITE, do you want to continue this animation course or something else? No, so don't worry about that. No? Life will come to you one day. Okay, what's next? Okay, control alternate delete. We talked about this last week. Your CAH. Just going to repeat a few stuff before talking about the Google form. Okay, good. So last week we have sent you guys 3 videos, which is basically the webinar, the online workshop, and the link that I sent to you guys in your WhatsApp group is actually for this Meet the Expert session. So you will see this Google form again. Basically, it's a summary of Meet the Expert session, and we talk about this that this expert is actually coming from the animation side, Disney animator and stuff. So you are allowed to ask any question you want regarding the control alternate delete, or even his career as an animator, how long he take to reach that level and stuff. Ask questions that are more relevant to the industry, and don't ask any stupid question. So once you have asked all the questions already, we will consolidate them and we'll send it over to them to control alternate delete. And right now I got 0 response. It's fine, but I need to send the list out by tonight so that they can prepare themselves to do the Q&A. So after the online session, all right, today I actually sent you guys 1 video as well for the web seminar. So we have another 2 more to go for this week. So if you guys are interested, please go ahead and sign this up. I thought about this during the last CAH that taking part in this competition will actually gain you some points, CCA points, which will help you boost your GPA as well. And not only that, our from what I heard is that we don't have to do anything too complicated. You know, even a simple drawing that is related to control alternate delete is considered, you know, taking part in the event already, and you get the points straight away. For some of you guys I mentioned, you don't need to do anything much as well. Use your old 3D model, your old assignment, and make use of it to take part in this competition. You know, so most of you guys should be, at least half of you guys should be able to take part and, you know, get the advantage in terms of your CCA points. So go ahead and do it, especially during your term break. So that's about it for circuit breaker. For control alternate delete and the ECG. Any question you want to ask before I move on to the main topic today? Okay, so I repeat again. Any question you guys want to ask regarding the ECG or control alternate delete? Okay, thanks. Then I will move on to your attendance and move on to the eye modeling. Quite a few of you all were not present this morning. Have to message your parents and stuff. Okay, so same thing. Zaran again. Christina, your name pop out again. Okay. Ling Ying and Cassidy. Please, if you are present, okay, don't make me remind you all, especially Cassidy. I reminded you once already about marking attendance. So please don't forget to mark your attendance. Ling Yi, what happened? Usually you won't have this issue, so how come today you not present at the moment? So please go and kacau your friend, ask them to come in for your assignment, okay, for asset creation. Okay, now back to our modeling. Let's see how many of you guys are here. Currently got 25. I've got 37 students. 37 minus away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have 32. So another 7 students missing away. So click on the mark attendance and double already. Okay, never mind. So anyway, it's not a big issue because the video is recorded already. So you all can still use it for your Lingy. If you are in, then go and mark your attendance. Don't forget to mark your attendance. Okay, now okay, good. So now we are going to move on to the eyes. Before we move on to eyes, like I mentioned right at the start of this features modeling, I tell you we start with the mouth first, and why? Because the eyes is a little bit more complicated, and today I will explain to you why. Okay, if we study the skull, okay, and then we study my face, you see that you have this eye socket that is hollow. It's like very big, but our eyes, we have eyelid and stuff. So like if we kind of think about it, okay, good. Yeah, okay, good. So if you think about it, right, you kind of have a lot of things that is missing if you just look at this eye socket. So what happens is that we have a lot of muscles going on. Okay, and these muscles are the things that fill up your eye. So first thing we did was we add the eyeball. Right, the eyeball will occupy a lot of space in the eye socket. But then again, your muscles, okay, this lump of muscles here, you see, they are overlapping the bone structure, and they are kind of like holding on to your eyelid. Okay, like eyelashes like that, very cute. And then you have your eye bag, and all these are like your muscles again overlapping your cheekbone. Okay, so our eye socket is not just one, our eye area is not just one eyeball and then that's it. So there are muscles overlapping one another, and this is why when we come back to our 3D model, we kind of need to add back all these muscles, these small little features, so that your whole model looks a bit more believable. It's not just about, again, take one plane, then you extrude, then move it there, wrap around the eyeball, and that's it. Currently, this is how our Maya model looks like. Okay, but some of the muscle things are missing, which is why today we are going to cover a bit about that as well. So I have another 2 more examples here. This one here is roughly just a topology, like tell you roughly how the eyelids will look like towards the end. Here is more like the shape. Okay, so this guy, the eyes is a bit more like Caucasian, so it's a bit more exaggerated, which is good for us to study. Asian guys, like Korean guys and Japanese guys, Singaporean, Chinese, China, that kind of, it's not so exaggerated. Their eyelid and stuff is a little bit more blend into the whole face. So using this, we can actually really study like where, the eye bag, this is the eye bag area, and this lump of muscles here, and this part is going inwards. You can use this to study. Okay. Okay, so let's start with our modeling now. Go back to Maya. So yesterday, towards the end of the lesson, I covered like how to do the eyelid and stuff. Today I will redo that portion there. Okay, let me just connect these vertices. Back to the front view. zoom, 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 zoom. Okay, so what I covered yesterday was first thing you want to do is kind of make the eyelid, the vertices around there match your eyelid. And not forgetting the spacing between each polygons. So we do whatever we can based on the front view first, and then we will slowly adjust it in other views. Okay, what we want to avoid when we are doing the eyes is to have like the fish eyes. So some of us sometimes when we model eyes, the eyes is totally oval, and this is very weird looking. We want to have like very nice looking shape and stuff like that, especially when you all watch animes. Of course the anime eye is sometimes a bit too cute and got star inside and stuff. So we want to avoid this kind. We want to do a little bit more towards this kind of eyes, not too overly looking, weird looking kind. Okay, so back to my perspective view. Once we kind of have the shape of the eyelid, we want to adjust the eyelid to not overlap the sphere, because your sphere is inside. Your eyelid is overlapping, is wrapping around your eyeball, so we cannot make the eyeball protrude out too much. Okay, so we have to go to different views and kind of push it up. And I'm pushing these edges out again is mainly because of these muscles here. So just nice, I can push this part out. Okay, just like the nose model, you will see that I will switch between hard mode and the smooth mode. Okay, so that is ready to check if my hard mode, the vertices there, is a bit too extreme or not. Okay, so I check back to my own figure. Okay, so we have a bit of meat that we need to push it out. Okay, side view, realize this is a bit too far out. Okay, so what I'm doing here is it's just a bit of a habit. Prefer this line to be straight. This line is actually the center of your eyelid. Okay, so I prefer this line to be straight across, similar to the mouth area here. Okay, I will actually prefer it to be as straight as possible. Okay, so I'll come back to fix this maybe tomorrow or Monday. Okay, so let's continue. So right now, if I were to smooth my model, let's check. Okay, you can see a little bit of bump. So let's push that forward. Okay, I'm trying to get the shape correct first before I even go in to do any detailing, like double eyelid or like all the sharp edges, you know, around here as well. Okay, checking how the light reacts to the surface of the model is quite crucial. I should have taken the photo with my hair maybe comb up. Now I can't really see how the forehead looks like. Okay, save the file, save as number 8. Okay, delete history. Lower eyelid, back to the front view. Okay, next, just going to extrude this to see how the eyes look like. Okay, maybe I extruded too much. Let's try again. Extrude just a little bit, then a little bit more. Okay, so that we kind of have the thickness of your eyelid. Okay, this face that I selected is to represent the thickness of your eyelid, and this area here is kind of like the eye duct. Okay, so I'm going to push this forward. And then this area here, push this in. And now let's see if we can do that Chinese eyes looking stuff. So from far right now it looks like this. Okay, I will need to kind of bring this up down. checking the thickness of the eyelid, making sure that it's a little bit more consistent. Okay, and now let's see if I can do the double eyelid. Okay, then we'll work on the lower part, eye back area. Yeah, I noticed some of you guys have been submitting your work into the Google Drive. I saw some updates there. I will be looking at them this week, so I will give you all another link to upload for next week review on Monday. And also good that some of you guys have been asking questions even after the lesson. Things like you all WhatsApp me and stuff. Go ahead and WhatsApp. If it's not too difficult, I will try to answer you guys on the spot. If it's a bit more complicated, I will keep it for next Monday to explain to everybody. Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn on the soft selection. B is the shortcut to turn on soft selection. And here I'm trying to select that range of vertices and see whether it looks good if I move this thing to the back, or will it be better if I just move it in. Okay, definitely missing some meat around the lower portion here, so I'm going to try and get it back. So I need to use different perspective views to, or like different angles to kind of check the model. Okay, let's see. Oops. Some zigzag going on here. So for character modeling and environment modeling, the usually there are two different modelers because the thinking, the thought process is very different. When you do environment, you kind of have to plan out your texture size, your how many textures you want to use within that UV, how many props you have, how many props can you reuse. Whereas for character, it's a little bit more straightforward. It's like you study the character, you understand the character, you know more about the background of the character, the build, the anatomy. Is more study of the human proportion and stuff. So it's two different skill sets. So you might be a good character modeler, but you might not be a very good environment artist, or vice versa. To be good at both, you really need to put in a lot of practice. Okay, almost done. I think the eyes is good enough for now. But I want to fix some of the chip area and maybe work and improve on the nose bridge area as well. So for that, I will share with you guys another image, which is the skull. Okay, I have saved this out into your file in MS Team. So in your document for MS Team, right, under your files, go and do week 6, you will see this image. Yeah, I save it there for you already. We can also go around Google to search for the skull. And reason why we need to study the skull, even for like sculpting purposes and stuff, is really to study where the hard points of your bone structure is. So it's not so straightforward. Like you see environment artists, you look at your reference, you study the reference. If it's a box, you model a box. You know, if it's a chest, you model the chest out. If it's a speaker, you model speaker. Keyboard, models keyboard. Keyboard. It's quite straightforward. Whereas when you do character, you have to go in deeper to understand the anatomy first. Um, so for newcomers, it's not so straightforward. Talking about anatomy is not a 1-2 day things. It takes years for you to know very well in some areas. You know, you gotta keep practicing and study and get feedback to understand how anatomy works. So here we got the skull, and good thing is that it's lighted up neutrally from one side. So you can really study where the light hits on the surface and where it casts the shadow to help us understand where are the high and low. Anything that have a very white, bright light edges, this kind of like the high point, like here. Anything that's in shadow means it's kind of like concave or going in. So with the understanding, we can bring it over to our 3D model. You know, so for example, if I use this front view, okay, then I will want to bring back my 3D model. Of course, I'm not modeling the skull. I just want to kind of have that thinking that my skull is there. So if I rotate this way, I'll find that, hey, my skull is missing already. You know, my cheekbone is missing because this part is protruding up. Whereas mine is kind of like sunken in. You know, it's kind of like missing over there. Okay, so I'm going to try to push it out using the move tool. Of course, another way is you take a photo of yourself from the bottom view, which I also have. I took one photo of my bottom view as well. Bottom view. Let's try. Okay, so if you have done that, that will help you a lot as well. Okay, so if I will go back to my 3D model, kind of from this view. Okay, so kind of like, yeah, some areas is missing. So I'm going to maybe try use face, turn on my source selection and see if this works. Modeling the face can be quite fun. If the face don't looks good, then yeah lah, you'll be quite baked here. I'm going to invert this picture because I prefer looking it from right to left. I'm going to use the relax tool to kind of maybe relax out this area. Okay, I think my eyes might have model a bit too big from the 3/4 view, so I'm going to maybe squeeze it down a bit more. Now it looks so sad. Sorry better. So I'm going to tweak the face a bit more. Try to get back some muscles or meat on the face, and at the same time maybe do a bit of cleanup in terms of topology, and then we can kind of like call it a day for today really. Then we can move on to the ears tomorrow. The ears will be quite difficult to do, I would say, even for myself. I don't enjoy doing the ear. I find the ear more difficult to do than the hands. Here I'm just spreading out the vertices. You're trying to tidy up the polygon flow. So if I move the vertices too much to the front, you will find this part a bit too wide. That's where I have to connect component. Okay, now to fix these vertices. Okay, these vertices, if I were to connect all the way to the back, actually it's kind of redundant. So I can actually kind of connect it over here. Okay, or maybe I can bring it back one more multi-cut. Reason why I put it here is later on if I decided to do anything like hair or wear a cap, this small little pinch is not really visible. Rather than putting that line all across the back, it will actually give me some weird problems later on. So I prefer not to do that. Okay, here I realize the back of the skull might be a bit too squarish, so just want to make a bit more round. Okay, the line that I added might be a bit too extra. You can see the hard edge going around already, so I think it's better to remove it. Thought it would be a good idea to keep it there, but I think it's better to take it out. So what I'm doing here is I'm selecting the vertices on the right. I'm going to the left to check if I have selected the correct vertices, and what happens if I move it, will I get a good result. Because I noticed there was a bump earlier on, so I'm trying to smooth out the surface. Save the file. Still need to fix a bit of topology issues. I'm not particularly a fan of this topo here. So let's study the reference we have. We have a star shape here. Front view, let's see how we can get that. You kind of have a star shape here as well. So obvious answer is really to connect them, but if let's say I don't want to connect, let's try this. Does it work, or do I make things worse? Don't really like this polygon here. Can I merge them together? Okay. Okay, I think more or less is done. Let's check the topology. So this area here, I added one more edge loop. So painfully, I have to fix that. So the same thing, I'm just going to bring this up and connect it at the top. Okay. Right, so before I work on the year, if I have a bit of time, what I will do is really to see if I can push for accuracy. I doubt I can actually get like 100% similar at all, but at least we can try to sharpen certain areas of the features. Okay, so just put them side by side and study where else can I improve on. Looking at the nose, I think some of the volume and sharpness can be better. This area here, the thickness of it, the roundness of it as well. The lower lips seems to be a bit off as well. So maybe I'll work on with the lower lips first. Save the file. View. Okay, let's do a bit more, add a bit more edge loop. I'm going to clean up the edge loop first before I add. So by adding this edge loop here, the nose will be affected as well. So I'm going to save the file and just add the edge loop there and see how much is being affected. So it's a bit more squarish for the nose and a bit sharp at the bottom here. So we're going to use the relax tool to help us bring down, spread out the model a bit. So today's video is more it's like two in one. I fix the eyes and at the same time I'm trying to clean up the model. So what I'm trying to do now is that besides trying to space out the polygon evenly, I'm trying to connect the topology together. So I have this flow going down all the way here, but I will prefer it to be, if possible, I will prefer it to kind of link it down to this section here. So let's see, this and this merge, and I'm going to connect them together. Take this away, and let's see, can I do this and this? Merge. Okay, multi-cut. Take this away. So now I have this happening, which is what I want, but I have some other problems here which I need to fix. So let's see, merge. Okay, now I kind of have that fixed, but the shape here looks a bit off, so I will fix that later. And this one here, what if I were to take away this line? Does it work? And this line, merge. Okay, so I kind of have it flowing down. Undo. Is there a better way? This to this, connect. I did that right? I can't recall it. Yeah, I think I did the same thing. I can add one more here because it's a bit too tight at this corner already, so I have to space things out later. So now by removing all the edge loop over here, I kind of fixed the problem. But then again, you can see there are more problems here which I have to fix. So this time around, I don't think it's that difficult now. I'm able to connect edge loop here, but before that, I want to space them out a bit evenly first. So the edge slide is very crucial at this moment because it will minimize any major change to the shape Okay, more or less there. I'll just need to spend a bit more time to refine the shape, because after adding all the topologies and stuff, some of the faces start to get a bit of pinch and unevenness really. So I think just need to use a bit of relax tool, relax brushes and stuff. Well, no idea what's wrong with the face. So anyway, the topology that I have earlier on isn't that bad. It's just that I'm trying to see what I can do doing this circuit breaker. You know, since you got time, so might as well use it to do something more. Okay, I'm going to save the file now. And tomorrow we will be working on the year. So that's about it for today. You guys have any question you want to ask? Sure, your soft selection is what volume? What volume? My volume soft selection. Usually depends on how much I want to move. If I want to be, then I can want to middle mouse as well. Then I can kind of adjust the radius. So how much do I want to move is the question here. Not a question, but my laptop charging cable is broken, so hard to do work. You want to buy a new charging cable? Wow. I think it's not a difficult thing to fix. It's whether you want to see if there's any second-hand charging cable that you can purchase. They can help you fix the problem with you. Otherwise, even if circuit breaker is over, you still need to use your laptop. You kind of have to buy it sooner or later. Anyway, the more you all can do now, when school reopen, the less you have to worry. Okay, anyone have any other questions before I end today's session? Okay, if not, then that's it for today. Don't forget to do the ECG stuff that I just shared with you and the control alternate delete if you are looking to get the extra GPA points. I strongly advise you guys to go for it, right? Otherwise, if you have any question, WhatsApp me, drop it down on the MS team. If it's easy for me to reply you guys, I will try to answer your questions immediately. If not, I will just tell you guys to hold on for it to next Monday. Okay, so that's it guys. So I have nothing else